We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cường thính đại đức tăng thịnh, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh. Tịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã môn, như há liêu sanh thoát tư lý khu đạt lạc, tất chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sa Đàn Thù Sư Chế Đô Ye Ơ La Hơ Đi San Miao San Pu Tô Xie. Nam mô Ta Đắc Tha Tô Ya Đà Ya La Đế Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual principles. Wu sheng 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 wei miao fa bai jian wan jian an zao yu, wo jin jian wen de shou chi, yuan jie ru lai zhen shi yi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Ching Liang, Great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good known advisors of Emitofuo. 诸佛菩萨、精良大士、师父、上人各位、出家人各位、善知识、弥陀佛。Chư Phật Bồ Tát kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại sư và Thượng Tiên Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện sư Thích Ca Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the 3rd of February 2023. Thank you all for coming to join our discussion prologue to the Avatamsaka Sutra. We're right now on door number 2, slide 242. It's a new year for us because we're resuming the regular schedule, though I'd like to announce some changes. First of all, we are switching gear in the sense that we will finish door number 2 here, and then we'll decide to do 3 or not. So far, I've been looking at the prologue here. It's very, very good, but I feel it leans more on the scholarly side, which is not my interest. I'm not scholarly at all. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of person. Okay, so when you talk to me about principles and theories, I fall asleep. Okay, and it's not consistent with what I'm trying to do with you at all. I'm trying to do 2 things. Train the trainers, meaning I want to bring people to a high level of wisdom, so that, and then at the same time, I want to help everyone improve. This is what Buddhism is about. Buddhism is unless you improve constantly, Buddhism is, to me, useless. What's the point in I see people going to the temple and meditate and they get stuck? Why? Because the monks and nuns are stuck themselves. I don't want to be stuck. So how do I make sure I don't get stuck? By making sure that you don't get stuck. Does it make sense? If I only worry about myself, it's useless. Buddhism is useless. My Buddhism is to make sure you don't get stuck so that I won't get stuck eventually. Okay, so scholarly thing is for you to do on your own time. If you are interested, you want to become a scholar in the Avatamsaka Sutra Dharma, you want to become a professor, so be it. But it's not my personal interest. My personal interest is to help you improve. And the scholarly is only one aspect of improvement. You don't need to be the scholar to improve. Okay? So that's why we will finish what we started, and then we'll switch gear and do more chapters or more sutras. How does it sound to you? I can continue, but I know that I lose more and more of you, because if I dwell too deeply into the scholarly side of the Avatamsaka Sutra, not many of you would be interested. Okay? All right? Let's take a vote. One person approves, the rest of you don't care. Okay, I hear you loudly. Okay? All right. All right, so it should be more fun to me. If you improve, then you enjoy cultivation more. And this is what people who practice Buddhism fail to understand. Okay, they come to the temple and they enjoy the bliss, they enjoy the peace and so forth. That's wonderful, but they don't realize that the secret is that how come that you want to make more money? You want to eat better food. You want to have better clothes, drive better cars, have nicer houses, but you don't want to improve. I don't get it. You should demand the same exact thing. I don't know about you, I like to drive a nicer car. Anyone? And I would never let Chung Yi Sulim touch it. Because he mutilates all my cars. Okay? So, you see, how come you want more, your ego wants more, but when you come to the temple, you sit and you meditate, oh, I feel so good, I feel so good. If you feel so good every single time, you know what it tells me? You are stuck. Big time. All right, you think about it. 242. 2, in terms of how they unite and what they properly are among the three stores. Sutras properly explain samadhi, Vinaya explains precepts, Shastras explain wisdom, while in union each links with all three.
二曰兼正，则三藏之中，经正全定，毗尼全戒，论全于会，兼各通三。
Okay, and this is why I disagree with the translation a little bit. You see, this is a problem with these translations. I don't understand Chinese enough, but when I look at what they're trying to translate here, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because they don't understand. Okay, and this is a problem with all the translations in the world. You have they are my master's disciples are the best translators so far in Mahayana, bar none. I mean, the bar they set is so high compared to all the scholarly translations, everything else. It's so high because their samadhi level is very, very high. That's the bottom line. You don't have samadhi, you cannot translate. And that's a problem. They translated English here is pretty good, but they fail to understand they lack the accuracy to me of the meaning. Okay, they are in the ballpark, but they don't understand what Master Ching Liang is trying to say. Okay, so that's the problem with our translation. All translations, unless your samadhi level is high enough, your translation basically sucks. It's not good enough. Okay, so we have our standards. I don't translate because I don't feel my translation is good enough. People translate. The people who translate is because they don't understand enough. That's why they translate. Unfortunately. But at least we should be grateful for their translation. It's better than nothing. Okay? Here, he's talking about, on the commentary slide 243, he's talking about the sutra itself, the stores, they can be classified in terms of what they distinguish. Jin here is distinguish, okay, not unite, and they not properly are. But Chen here is they. I forgot. What happened to me? Okay. Anyway, the translation is close enough, but basically it could be better. Basically, what he's talking about here is that this is the main gist of it. This is all you need to remember. The three stores, okay, are called three stores because they're divided into sutras, Vinaya, and Shastras. This is very important. If you want to learn about samadhi, you have to study sutras. This is why all monks and nuns, if you're serious about your profession, you must explain sutras, because sutras are the primary vehicle for you to help your students develop samadhi. Okay? When we talk about improving meaning that you bring your samadhi level higher and higher and higher. The higher level of samadhi means that you enjoy it more, your bliss, you experience higher bliss, you experience more blessings, and you experience more wisdom, you unfold more wisdom. You see that? So the sutras are the primary vehicles for us to train you. So that's why monks and nuns, if you're serious at all about your work, you have to learn to explain sutras, number one. Furthermore, explaining sutras in order to help people develop samadhi and work on their samadhi is not enough. It is dependent upon precepts as well. So for example, when we teach Chan, actually our Chan training techniques are based on samadhi, on the principles explained in the sutras. However, for you to be able to enter samadhi, you must have the foundation of precepts. So actually our Chan classes also include precepts, but we don't talk about it. I don't go and tell you, the precepts are you must not kill, you must not steal, and so forth. Okay? It's built in the training process. So that's why monks and nuns too need to learn about precepts. Don't neglect that. Okay? And of course, wisdom here, you don't necessarily need to go into Shastras to explain wisdom, because I feel that some of the Shastras written by some of the Bodhisattvas, such as, For example, the Chinese are very high upon a Shastra that when I first started, everyone brought it up. The Shastra on the arising, the mind of faith or something like 大圣起信论. Okay? Very famous. Everyone who learned Mahayana, he heard about that sutra. Okay, to have faith in how to bring forth the faith in Mahayana. Okay, and it's written by a seventh crown bodhisattva. It's very low. So that's why I'm not crazy about Shastra itself. Okay, the main thing about these three things here, if you listen to the teachers, such as Master YongHua, when he explains sutras, he explained about samadhi, yes. Okay, that's why listen to his sutra explanations. Please do that. You cannot go wrong. But when you listen to his samadhi explanation, he actually also talks about precepts. I stole it from him. He also talks about precepts and also talks about wisdom as well. So my point here is that you can read a Shastra like 大圣起信论 written by a seventh crown bodhisattva, okay? And you can go and explain it. I'm glad my master didn't really explain it because I find it to be childish, okay? Nonsense. But if you listen to Master YongHua, he includes everything. That's what he means by links all three. It's not link. Tong here is penetrate. It's not link. Tong is that if you learn samadhi, you cannot possibly learn samadhi by itself. We cannot teach you samadhi by itself. We need to also teach you precepts. And because we teach you precepts, okay, so therefore the sutras we teach you, we explain to you, also includes the principles of the Vinaya. Is that clear? That's Tong. It goes through. The sutra principles flows through the precepts, teachings, and it flows through the wisdom teaching of the Shastras as well. That's what Tong means. It's not unite. It goes through, meaning what do you do? In Korea, for example, you have a lot of mountains, okay? So you go through a mountain, right? You don't unite with mountains, do you? You go through mountains in order to get where you want to go. You don't need to unite with mountains. Mountains are mountains. You don't need to unite. Understand? So you flow through, meaning that you have no obstructions. The principles explained in sutras about samadhi are consistent with the principles explained in the Vinaya about precepts, because samadhi cannot be built without precepts. Similarly, the principle explained in the Shastras about wisdom is also consistent with the principles explained in the sutras and in the Vinaya. So it's not unite, it's not link. Okay? But I don't care to think about the English to explain it. Let the Chinese worry about it. Let the scholars worry about it. All I care about for you to understand it, that's all. Yes, fine, number one. What do you want?
What about the famous Wang Sheng Lun, the Sutra of Rebirth? Is it a good one?
I don't know. I haven't read it yet. I heard of it, but...
Shi Qing Pusa.
Who?
Shi Qing Pusa.
Who's that? Don't throw names at me. Tell me something I know.
The one who was slandering Mahayana, and then later on he wrote 500 books slandering Mahayana, and then later on he wrote 500 books to praise Mahayana.
Vasubandhu?
That's the one.
Tianjin?
Yes.
He's pretty good.
Thank you.
Someday when I have time, I read it. I don't have time right now. I have too many babies to take care of. You know, what it takes to take care of a baby, you have to change diapers. You have to feed them. It's nasty what babies do. Anyone else would like to know? Okay. 244. The second, explain the two stores. One, the sound hearer store. Two, the bodhisattva store.
第二，名二藏者：一、声闻藏；二、菩萨藏。
Okay, 245 commentary. And you classify, the stores into three. Okay, meaning sutra, vinaya, and shastras to describe the contents or the emphasis. Okay, another way to describe the stores in terms of the goals, the dharmas that they teach. Because after all, the sutras and the shastras and vinaya, they teach you all those things is for you to get somewhere to improve. We talk going back to the concept of improvement. Okay, so improve meaning that you reach the level of the sound hearers. Okay, the sound hearer store. So some of the sutras, like the Agama sutras and so forth, the Agama store, they will bring you the sutras. The suttas will bring you to the Hinayana or sound hearer levels of samadhis. Whereas the Mahayana sutras, such as the Nirvana Sutra, Lotus Sutra, Shrangama Sutra, and so forth, will bring you to the samadhi levels of the bodhisattvas, meaning way beyond arhats, way beyond pratyeka Buddhahood. Is that clear? So it depends on the end goals, where they're trying to lead you, where they're trying to bring you to your level of improvement. 246, that is, insofar as the previous three stores illustrate the principles, practices, and fruition of sound hearers, they are called the sound hearer store.
即由前三藏诠释声闻理行果故，名声闻藏。
Okay, so 247. For example, the example is that, take, if you will, the teachers bring you there to whatever level of the teachers understand. Is that clear? So if your teacher's level is, it doesn't matter. He can call himself, she can call herself as a Mahayana and wear the clothes of Mahayana. But if the samadhi level teacher is only at the level of the sound hearers, meaning arhats or pratyeka Buddhahood, then whatever they touch, whatever they explain to you, can only bring you to the level of understanding or wisdom or practices of the sound hearers. That's all. The clothes don't matter. The names don't matter. You call yourself. When I first started, it was very, very fashionable for the Mahayana monks and nuns to wear Hinayana monks and nun clothes. You know what it is? The Hinayana is kind of weird. Just between us. Don't tell anyone. Okay? I find it difficult to take a rope and wrap it around my body. I'm so used to pajamas, nightgowns, ties, shirts, and so on. I mean, fashion, come on, man. What do? They take a piece of cloth and wrap it, and they go like this, and hold it. To me, I don't see anything fashionable about it. You know what I mean? I don't get it. If you tell me, Prada, Armani, Chanel, I understand. You say, yeah, it's desirable. Yes, if Chanel has only 3 sashes, I love it. but it's not endorsed by Chanel. Okay? So anyway, so I find it ridiculous. But all the monks and nuns, before they speak Dharma, they would take out this Mahayana thing here. In Hong Kong, I went to Hong Kong, and there's a guy who has a few temples and so forth. And so he would get on the Dharma seat here, and before he got on, he took off his Mahayana sash. He would put on Hinayana thing, just a piece of cloth, wrap it around himself, and go like this and hold it. Okay? And it's fashionable. People loved it. I was bored to death. His speaker spoke nonsense. Okay? So, the point here is that if it doesn't matter what you wear, but if your level of wisdom or level of samadhi, okay, is only that of a sound hearer, that's all you're going to be able to deliver and help your students. So this is why you understand why I keep on saying improve, 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 because it doesn't matter. You can claim whatever you want. As a teacher, as a person, whatever wisdom you bring back to your family to work is your samadhi level. That's all. So the more you improve, the more you can contribute to your family welfare, to your business, to your personal life. Okay? So in terms of the sound hearers' vehicles, okay, the store is measured. You see, in Buddhism, we don't talk. We talk Turkey, meaning that we talk specifics. Okay, what's a sound hearer store? Sound hearer store meaning that if you study the suttas, the Vinaya, and the Abhidhamma of the sound hearer store, you can expect to reach the four fruitions of arhatships. First arhat, first stage, second stage, third stage, and fourth stage arhat. And they have to go by different names in Sanskrit. Sotapana, Sakridagamin, Anagamin, and Arhat. Please forgive me. Sanskrit, God. Okay, don't be offended. I'm just a stupid Vietnamese guy. Okay, got that? So, you see, Buddhism is very precise. We don't talk, when we talk about sound hearers, that for sound hearers, you can expect to get this level, first stage arhat, second stage arhat, third stage arhat. And many of you have reached it already. So you don't call yourself, when I call you, hey, you reached third stage arhat, meaning that you only got the sound hearer wisdom from my teaching. And it breaks my heart. I taught you so much, and all you get is third stage arhat level. Oh my God! I mean, talking about abuse of your master. I worked so hard. Now all you got is third stage level wisdom. Oh my God! Sacrilegious. Okay? So, what is the first stage arhat? Shrota apana. Please forgive me, Sanskrit Indian people. Okay? No offense intended. I'm just excited. Okay, so what is this? You get the first stage arhat is considered a stage of wisdom, folks, because you cut off view delusions. What are view delusions? Remember, this is something you want to memorize. Okay, Mandy, are you paying attention? She's not even paying attention. Hey, Chinese woman. God, she's checking her phone, clearly. Slap her. I'm watching you. Okay, so first stage aha, you got a few delusions. And you have to memorize. These are the things I want you to memorize, okay? So that when you're there, you know what I'm talking about. When you see a state, you give rise to greed and love. Meaning, for example, you see a red car, what do you think? That's a state, right? Faced with the state, meaning you see a red car, okay? What do? You want it. Anyone? Okay. That means that you're not a first stage arhat. When you see a red car, you really are first stage arhat. You see a red car, say, yeah, I don't know. I want a blue one. Not a blue one. I mean that you're not attached. You're not interested at all. Okay? You don't want it. You don't love it. Is that clear? That is wisdom. Wisdom is not like, I can make more money like Mr. Buffet. I can make more money. No, that's not wisdom. Wisdom is when you face something, you say, I don't know. I don't know. Is that clear? That is wisdom, by the way. What is second stage arhat? Sakadagaman? You sever thoughts, illusions. What is thought delusion? When you're confused about the principles, you give rise to discriminations. Okay? When you discriminate, don't try to read too much. When you discriminate, you say, I am Korean. I don't like Vietnamese food. It's too greasy, too much MSG. Chinese food, too oily. Oh my God, how can you eat with so much oil? Or mama, Apple's mama, she, when she cooks, she puts oyster sauce all the time. Okay? So that's why the Koreans say, I can't eat this food. I mean, it's so unhealthy. The discrimination, folks, that's why you are not second stage arhat. All Koreans are not second stage arhats. As long as they discriminate. Is it clear? Okay? So when that's why I want you to know when they see a Korean guy say, I'm Korean, I'm Japanese. They have no wisdom. Are Koreans insulted enough? Okay, so see, that's wisdom. Wisdom, second stage arhat, is that you sever thought delusion. Thought is discrimination. You see that? Is it clear? Third stage arhat, anagamin. You sever more thought delusions. Thought delusions are like 80 different types of thought delusions according to Tien Thai school and so forth. Don't have to worry about 88. I can't think more than 5. Okay, so thought delusions are these different thought delusions. So the second stage arhat put an end to certain delusions, certain discriminations. Third stage, he even put an end to more discriminations. Okay? So that's why you have wisdom. You discriminate less. You don't say, Pilates is better than yoga. Or Chan. That's impossible. Okay? And he says, I only do Pilates. I don't do Tai Chi. Okay. You have too much discriminations. Okay? That's have no wisdom. Okay? And fourth stage arhat. I don't know what fourth stage arhat is. When you get there, you tell me. Okay? Fourth stage arhat, by the way, put an end to all delusions in the form realm in the formless realms as well. Okay? It's hard work because of it. For you to go from 1 to 3, it's pretty easy. Not that hard. Once you get to 1, you can go to 3. Okay? I need to slap you more often, that's all. And I was telling my girls, my boys here in the Korean Sunims, I said, why don't you slap Xian Kung a little bit more often? You know, in Korea, she's kind of hot stuff. Here in the U.S., she's kind of, lay people are even better than her. So that's why, and they got better than her because we slap lay people around. Okay, so I taught Sangwok Sunim to slap her. And so, more? See, Sangwok clearly has no wisdom. She discriminates. She doesn't slap people. See that? So I told her, you slap her this way, and when Xin Kung doesn't listen, because Xin Kung is manic, she listens to no one, then you turn the other way and slap like this, it hurts more. Okay? But Sangwok said, oh, you are so funny, master. I wasn't. I was that serious. Anyway, you see, all these things, for us, Buddhists, we are very precise. Look at you, your first stage, your second stage, your third stage, your fourth stage, and so forth. It's all clearly delineated where you are. It's no BS. It's no excuses. You don't make excuses. Okay? So what are view delusions? 88 kind of view delusions, 81 kinds of thought delusions. The 88 kind of delusions in Tiantai school are basically called the 5 quick servants. Okay? And you should memorize this, folks, because the reason being when you hear people talk about these 5 quick servants or dull servants, you know they have no wisdom whatsoever. That's the proof right there. You cannot see them the way I do. I look at them, fourth, 0, whatever. It's very fast. But for you, you don't know. That's why you can hear, you listen to them. What are the 5 quick servants? They have a view of body. Anyone attached to the body? Yeah? No wisdom. Okay? You go to your barbers and a hairdresser and get a perm. Anyone in Korea is still getting perms. Or you go and you do like this in the morning. Okay? You have no wisdom. It's nice, but you still have no wisdom. Okay? Because you are attached to the body. Number 2, extreme views. This happens in India. Thank you, Lord. Thank God, because only Indians have these problems. Okay? Extreme view, they think that it's annihilation, meaning after you die, everything returns to dust. So it doesn't matter anyway. So go kill, go steal, go cheat, go enjoy yourself. It doesn't matter because after you die, Malcolm will, can't care less. Okay, he now says, I adore you, I love you. But as soon as you die, Malcolm says, okay, next. Okay? So that's why annihilation doesn't matter. Okay, that's wrong. It's so wrong because... And then the other extreme is they think everything is permanent, meaning that you now are humans. After you die, you return as a human again. Okay? That's called permanence. So annihilation and permanence. And there's so many smart Alex, especially Americans and Indians. They're too smart. They say, it doesn't matter. Just go enjoy yourself because, after you die, listen, watch, die, they bury you and they cremate you, you return to dust. It doesn't matter. You're gone. There's no proof anywhere. Anything happens after death. That's how smart they are. Or there's some other people who says, oh, I really believe I will come back as a human. I come back as a llama. I come back as, a dog. Go figure. Why would you want to come back as a dog? So anyway, so those are extreme views. That's happened very prevalent in India back then. They don't realize they're so misguided. They're so wrong. Yes, 5. What kind of extreme view do you want?
Well, recently there was one that came up. A Sangha member said there's no 49 days at all. So I wonder, would that be considered like an offense?
Well, it's considered stupidity. Buddha says it's 49 days. It's not me. So the Sangha never read sutras. Okay, deviant views. What are deviant views? Deviant views are the views who are not consistent with the law of cause and effect. They don't believe in cause and effect. Okay? In Buddhism, the universal law of Buddhism is cause and effect. Whatever happens is because something made it happen. It doesn't happen for no reason. Okay? The reason you follow me nowadays is because I used to be nice to you. So you thought, whoa, I like this. I will follow him because he'll be nice to me. No, but you didn't realize I changed my mind. This lifetime, I decided to be mean. You see? Because in order to help you improve faster, I have to be mean to you. There's a direct correlation between me being mean and you improving faster. Whereas if I used to, in my prior life, I used, oh, Bodhisattva came, thank you so much. Oh, please, thank you so much for your donation and so forth. And you got nowhere. So this lifetime, I decided I'm going to be mean to you, slap you around a little bit, this way, so that, it hurts even more. That way you improve faster. Okay? So deviant views, okay. And views, grasping at views, prohibited views and so forth. All those other views, all the deviant views that people have. For example, views, grasping at view, meaning that the mistake, this happens a lot to the Korean Sunims I met. They are not that high, yet they think they're 4th stage Arhat. I met quite a few Sunims who are in 1st and 2nd stage Arhat, and they said, my teacher from Myanmar thinks I made it. I said, who's your teacher? I said, he didn't make it. How can he tell that you made it? Anyway, so view, grasping view, meaning that you overestimate yourself. And it's because you're ignorant, because you're stupid. You don't know better, that's all. And that's what happened to your mind. You know a little bit. You understand a little bit more. You think you're special. That's why in Buddhism, to combat the views, grasping at views here, jian here, is we ask for certification. We never claim ourselves. Okay? Because we can easily delude ourselves. Because we think too highly of ourselves. That's commonplace. Okay? Yeah. Especially since you keep on applauding me after sutra lectures, I say, oh wow, today I did good. Stop it. You're feeding my views, grasping at views. And what prohibitive views, meaning that there's some cases where they understand, and they hear about purity, they hear about ascetic practices. They said, I'm gonna do it. more strictly and thinking they'll get higher, they don't realize that there's a wisdom that you don't overdo it. It's called the middle way. Okay? But these people who have prohibitive views, that they go to the extreme, they overdo it. For example, for us to be vegetarian, we can eat salt. And some of them disciples of Devadatta, the arch enemy of Shakyamuni Buddha, he says, salt, that adds flavor to food. So we're going to be pure. We will not eat salt. Okay? So that's why and they think because of that, they will reach higher levels. Okay? And that's why they're so confused. Better stick to the people who have wisdom, who the Buddha says, these are the 5 things will prevent you from entering the world of wisdom, folks. Pay attention. I want you to memorize these 5 quick servants, because you hear people talking, hear monks and nuns, you hear other people talk. If they violate these 5 principles, okay, these erroneous views, you know they have no wisdom. That's what I used when I first started. I said, this monk says, I see a monk who's kind of big. I said, view your body, view your food. Why are you laughing? What about people who hang out at Starbucks? What do you think? The people who hang out at Starbucks are the one who says, my body needs it. Yes or no? Come on, Koreans, you're not fooling me. All Koreans are Starbucks addicts. They come to the US, they sneak out. They say, every day, can I have a Starbucks? Okay. Oh, Billy here. Billy, unless he's out of money, he gets a Starbucks every day. What happened to Billy? He's probably trying to make money to get some Starbucks tomorrow. Okay? And so you talk to people, you see these people, and you connect them to these 5 erroneous views. This is so obvious. You can tell that these people have no wisdom at all. Is that clear? That's what I used originally to cut out the teachers I want to stay away from. Okay? What about thought illusions? Okay? The 5 dull servants. To remember, 81 kind is too many. 88 kinds of thought view delusion is too many. I only memorize the 5. The 5 quick servants, 5 dull servants. Quick servant because they form these views very quickly. Okay? Without any effort. They come very quickly. Dull servants, they come a little bit slower. It takes time, like men, I don't know, honey. Let me try a little bit. And the wife says, honey, I tried it. It's so excellent. Your friend like it. My friend like it. The husband, no. Just give me a little bit. So men are like that. Men are slow, dull, if you will. No? Never mind. What are the dull servants? The dull servants are greed, anger, and stupidity. Yes? Okay, when you still have greed, you still have anger, you still have stupidity, okay, you have thought delusion. What about arrogance? What about doubt? Doubt is what? Doubt is that little thing inside of you that says, I don't know. Anyone? Yeah, spy number 1. He says, I've been here, but I don't know. All these years, since Blue Mountain Temple here, I've been hearing a lot of things, but I don't know. Touché? Yeah. Okay? Doubt. You doubt is not just doubt, but you doubt the Dharma. You doubt your neighbor is okay. You doubt young son is okay. It's justifiable. But you don't doubt the Dharma. You don't doubt the good no advisor. And this is the one thing I learned very quickly because my master died. As soon as he accepted me to become a novice, the one thing that saved me is that I never doubted his Dharma. Never. Doesn't matter what happened, I never questioned it. Guess what? That's why I think I made it to second stage Arhat. You are so insincere. I'm so disappointed. Anyway, got that? Okay? So the thought delusions are the 5 kinds: greed, anger, stupidity, arrogance, and doubt. Easy to remember. All right? Memorize this. Okay? So when you hear sutras commentary, you hear people behaving, watch people behaving, they're engaging in these 5 quick servants, 5 dull servants, you know they're not in a state of wisdom. Is that clear? When you are greedy for a red car, you are not clear-headed. Make sense? When you want that, you crave for Starbucks. Zero wisdom. Confusion, not just wisdom, but confusion. I can't take this. I need to have a cup of coffee. Okay? No wisdom. Any questions? Okay. Yes. 6.
Why?
You are Korean? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, right.
Why do they use the word servant? I don't get it. Thank you, Master.
Why they use servant? Good question. Anyone? Chinese people? Go first. You have an answer or you have a question? Yeah, the old monk has an answer. Go ahead.
Bây giờ mình tham chiếc xe đỏ, mình bị nó điều khiển, mình mơ tưởng nó hoài, nó sai khiến mình. Tham ăn cũng sai khiến. Tham danh lợi, cái danh lợi nó sai khiến mình phiền não theo nó.
Must we translate this, A Hung? I let you decide. Don't fail me.
Yes, Master. So if we...
Careful.
Okay.
Careful.
I won't say a thing. Sorry. I saw the red car.
What?
I saw the red car, so I won't say a thing.
Okay. Translate. Do your job, but don't fail me. How do you choose? Loyalty to your master or loyalty to translation?
Okay, next Master, you can do it.
Okay, Francis, go ahead. Help him.
I didn't pay attention, Master. Sorry.
Master Old Monk, repeat it again in English. They refuse to translate yours.
Cái thiên sử đó là nó bị nó sai khiến, xử là nó sai khiến mình tới cái tham sân si. Mình tiếp cảnh thì cái đó mình mê muội nó là thật, nó sai khiến mình. Thì mình làm slave, mình làm nô lệ cho nó. Nếu mình có trí tuệ thì mình không có bị nó sai khiến.
Okay, go for it. You better find someone to translate for the old master, otherwise we're gonna be here forever.
Okay, Master, so this is okay. I mean, the servants, the word "sở" is to be told what to do about your greed, anger, and stupidity when you in contact with the state, with the environment, you become confusion, and you are servants to those three kind of poison. So that's why you are the servants to it.
Was there a translation or explanation?
It is the translation when he say "xử" là bị sai khiến về tham sân si tiếp cảnh, mình mê muội nên mình làm nô lệ.
What about the red car?
Master, can we skip that? I was afraid.
No, you translate, you don't edit. You're a traitor to the professional translation. Go ahead, go for us.
So we contact with the thing around. We show direct or desire fight by the fight, anger, stupidity, and greedy. Seek fight that order you make you become the slave. You do anything your wrong knowledge about that.
Okay.
Not tell the truth.
Okay. Does Go For Us have all the commentaries? Go.
Thank you, Master. I have a question. Could you elaborate a little more about the doubt?
Come again?
Doubt? If you could elaborate a little more about doubt, the last servant.
What about doubt?
Yeah.
Doubt? I'm still stuck on the red car. I'm really afflicted by the red car. I don't want to talk about doubt yet.
Okay, thank you, Master.
So, he's explained that shu, or the servant, meaning that because of your confusion, you are acting as if you're servant to your desires and your delusions. So, for example, he says, because you see a red car and you like the red car, so that's why you become a servant to the red car, a servant to your desire, to your attachments. Does it help? That's why you call servant. Servant because you act as if you are servant to your own desires, to your own schemes. You don't realize, you think you're smart. You want the red car, you scheme to get the red car. You lie, you cheat, you do all those things. You don't realize that when you got the red car is because you basically are a servant to your stupidity. There's nothing good about it. Yes, one.
Master, is there a demon that comes inside of you that makes you a servant, or is the demon already inside of you that confuses you to the person?
It's primarily is because you have the attachments. You're attached to a red car. You find a red car desirable, sexy, cool. That subtle attachment right there is what causes confusion for you. And that's why you're acting as a servant to your hidden desires. Am I making sense to you? It's your own desires, your own attachments that you are a servant to. Don't blame it on your husband. Don't say, my husband made me do this. No. You do it because of your own attachments. You choose to be a servant. No one forced you. Okay? That's a major rule of thumb. And the reason you can blame in some cases on the demons and the ghosts is because it's not quite true. The ghosts and demons can only manipulate you because you have attachments. If you have no attachments, how can the ghost manipulate you? Okay, let's say you want a red car, and then one day you have wisdom, you say, okay, I don't want a red car anymore. And then the ghost who's been pulling your strings on trying to do stupid things to get a red car can no longer pull your strings because you don't want a red car anymore. It's that simple. Okay? JC.
네, 한국어 유튜브에 올라온 질문입니다. 이규님 질문입니다. 마스터의 법문을 듣게 해주셔서 감사합니다. 사람들과의 관계가 점점 더 계속해서 힘들어지고 어제는 살고 싶지 않다는 생각까지 드는 저를 보았습니다. 스님들과 함께 독경을 하면서 마음이 조금 비어지면서 저희 에고가 괴로워하는 것을 보았습니다. 조금 전에 마스터께서 말씀하신 것처럼 제가 정체가 되어 이런 상태를 반복하고 있는 것일까요? 이상입니다.
상호 스님, we cannot hear you. No. No.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you for your Dharma talk. The relationship with people become worse, and I thought about I don't want to live anymore. And when I recite together with the Sunim, my mind become empty, and I saw my ego suffer. So as you told, it's because I'm stuck. That's why I repeat this thing again and again.
Okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. So is there a question?
So the relationship with people become worse, and I feel suffer. So I don't want to live anymore. But
You don't want to live anymore?
yeah, I thought about that. But as I recite Sutra with the Sunim, my mind become empty, and I saw my ego suffer. So is it because I'm experiencing this thing because I'm stuck? That's my question.
You experience those things as part of life. Life is suffering. You like it or not. And when you recite sutras with sunims, it gives you a break from suffering. So that's why if you feel you're suffering, then you should come to the temple and recite sutras or meditate. That's when you get a break. The more you suffer, the more confused you are, the more afflicted you are, that's when you really want to come to the temple. Because then you have a chance to meditate, to recite sutras, and you will become not afflicted. That's how you get relief. That's why a lot of people come to the temple. That's why we Sunims we work hard in order so that we calm ourselves down, so that when you come afflicted, we're not afflicted by you. That's how we help you calm down, become less afflicted. If you come to the temple afflicted and we're afflicted by you, then we cannot help you. It's not talk. Many of you come to the temple because you feel peaceful. You feel that you become less afflicted. Yes? Only one person nods her head. Okay, the rest of you, keep at it. Help is on the way, I promise. You understand? This is what I call professional pride, because monks and nuns, I want them to understand is their jobs is not necessarily, they don't need to, in our temple, they don't need to, I don't keep track of them how much money they're bringing in. I do sometimes, but not all the time. Okay? It's not about how much money you bring in, how many students you bring in, and so forth. It's about how peaceful they are. Okay? Because if they're peaceful, that's when they can help the people who visit the temples. That's what we do. Okay? When you come to the temple, you come afflicted, what you do is basically we're helping you unload your afflictions. This is what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to be here for you to make offerings and so forth. That's baloney. That's very Asian. We don't do that. Okay? We're here because that's our small gift to society. You can come to our way places and you unload your afflictions. You leave the way place less afflicted, maybe sometimes peaceful, sometimes happy. Okay? And that's what we all need, by the way. How many people know that they can go to a temple, this particular Jewel Conch or Jewel Mountain or Lu Mountain and so forth, and they can sit and meditate and relax. No one's going to come and bother them and try to ask them for money. No one's going to charge them for food. Okay? It's a service to the community. You come and it used to be the case. My master's temple, I was a novice. It's these young people who came to Long Beach Monastery where I was at. These two young ladies in her 20s, 18, 20. I asked them, how old are you? I'm 18, I'm 20. I said, what are you doing here? I said, I'm so afflicted. I'm so unhappy. Can I sit here? I said, yeah, sure, you can sit here. And she sat there for half an hour, and then she said, okay, thank you. She calmed down, she left. It changed my life. I said, wow, how cool it is. Now you can have a place you can go and let go of your afflictions. Okay? And this is how I gauged I measure the progress of my students. The more afflicted people come, and I watch how your afflictions affect my students. Because if they're not afflicted by you, that's how they can help you. If they're afflicted by you, then they can't really help you at all. You will go to my temple, Way Mountain Temple, and bring a Starbucks coffee for someone, and she says, "Oh, I like you. Oh, this is so, thank you so much. I just need it. I need it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you." Guess what? She's afflicted by your Starbucks. She can't help you. You know what I mean? Not true. Did I hear not true somewhere? Yeah. It's not the temple, because once you see it and you calm down, you improve. Guess what? You go home and you're helping your wife, your spouses, your husband, your children. They come home afflicted. Okay? And because you calm, you help them calm down. That's how we bring peace to the world. Imagine that each and every one of you go to Lu Mountain Temple to calm down and then go home and calm your family down. Look at that. We have a peace and loving family throughout the world. You like that? So if I can interest you in signing up for membership, $5 a month. When you're afflicted, you dial up, and we have some on the other side of online, okay? We're Om, Om, to calm you down. Only costs $5. You like that, huh, Malcolm? How about that? Isn't that cool that you can do that at home? You learn how to calm yourself down in the temple, you go home, and you calm down your family. You calm down your friends. You calm down your co-workers. What a nice gift, no one knows. That's how we help. Okay? And that requires wisdom. Wisdom means that you're not afflicted by externals, by the outside. All right? Any other questions? Okay, and there's a question about doubt. They may elaborate a little bit on the doubt thing. Okay, it's a good question. I try to avoid it, but you people, you always pin me down. Doubt happens with men. Men doubt. Men are very slow. When you tell them something, meant something, I don't know, is what they tell themselves inside. I don't know. I never heard of this before. Okay? That's called doubt. There's nothing wrong with doubt. Okay? It's okay to doubt others. Doubt is natural form of self-defense, self-protection. Yes, you better doubt because you don't know yet. So you better be careful. So it's normal. However, the kind of doubt here we're talking about as thought delusion, thought servants, is that you doubt the Buddha Dharma. You doubt the Buddha's teaching. The Buddha says, cause and effect. Okay? You do something good, you get good results. You do something bad, you get bad results. You say, I don't know. How come I saw that person is very bad and she only gets good things. She only gets Starbucks all the time. Where's cause and effect? Okay? The effect is that she poisoned herself by Starbucks. You see that? So that's why the Buddha, when the Buddha came to our world, he said all those things, all the sermons, all the sutras, all the Vinayas. And the Bodhisattva, his disciples who have wisdom, came and spoke, explained more, and form of shastras in forms of teachings. Okay? It's in order to help you. You shouldn't doubt those things. There's such a thing in the world as called good people who really care for you, who want good things for you, not for themselves, never for themselves. They never put themselves ahead of you, before you. You should not doubt that. And yet, worldly people, especially Catholics and Christians, say, I don't know. These Buddhists, how can they believe? These these Bodhisattva Buddhas, they're not God. Come on. How can you trust, someone who's not God? It's called doubt. And because of that doubt, they are in big, big trouble. They never unfold the wisdom. Never. That's why it's so damaging. They will never understand what's good for them. So that's the one thing. This is why we Buddhists do not try to convert others into Buddhism. Do not try to force our views on others, because when you do that, the people, it only reinforces their doubt. That's why we wait. We don't ever tell them that, cause and effect. Oh, Buddha is great. Oh, Bodhisattva has wisdom. We don't say nothing. Because we're afraid that we say the wrong things at the wrong times. It will reinforce the doubt they have inside already. And we're harming them that way. Do you understand? You people? You shut up. You don't say anything. Whatever they say, you don't say anything. They come and try to steal from us, those spies, we don't say anything. We say, okay, take some more here. Steal some more. I'm not going to teach you. Okay? So that, why? Because we're waiting for the right time to tell them, to resolve their doubt, because they have doubt inside. They came and said, I don't know about these guys. It doesn't sound like a Chinese Dharma I learned from my master's temple. And they call themselves American Mahayana. I don't know about this. That doubt right there is extremely harmful to them. Because it nurtures their stupidity, strengthens their ego, makes the ego grow bigger and stronger, more powerful. There's such people in the world, especially you met many of them. They are the kinds of people who only believe in themselves. Anyone? I'm sure you met many people like that. Quite a few here in the temple as well. He says, I don't know. He's not Chinese. How can I trust him? Sounds familiar? How about worse yet? I'm going to give you another worse example. How about someone who says, I don't know. He's not a disciple of Master YongHua. Huh? Hey, spy, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, so these people come and they have these prejudices. The doubt is so deep inside of them. So, in summary, the two kind of doubts are extremely harmful to you. Number one, you doubt the Mahayana Dharma. That applies to Hinayana people as well. Hinayana people, he says, I never heard of this before. How in my Pali text, they didn't mention anything about Avatamsaka Sutra, Shrangama Sutra, and therefore cannot be true. That's a very serious problem for them. They doubt the Mahayana teachings. That's why they will never have wisdom. Never. A number two kind of a problem of doubt that's very, very big problem is you doubt a good knowing advisor. You have a problem? Usually in the US, when you say something, someone disagrees, I don't know about this, I don't know about this. So speak your mind. It's okay. Here in my temple, it's okay to have doubts. Go ahead. You understand? It's Americanism, where when we doubt, it's that's called doubting a good knowing advisor. Shame on you. Okay, anyone else? So those are, you can talk on and on and on, but I just want you to remember a couple of things that are simple to remember, easy to remember. Number one, never doubt Mahayana teachings. Okay? Meaning when you find the text, Mahayana text, that's properly translated, don't doubt the teachings. Okay? In particular, you read the translations from Master YongHua's Chinese teachings into English. Don't doubt them. They are good. Okay? Don't doubt those, because it's certified by Master YongHua. Not the latest teachings. Later teachings, I don't know. I don't know who certifies them anymore. Bunch of idiots, I guess. And the other problem you also want to avoid is to doubt a good knowing advisors. Once you find a good knowing advisor, you don't want to doubt the good knowing advisor because the good knowing advisor will do things, will make you bring forth the doubt. Why? Because you're stupid. You don't understand. You only see half of the picture. Okay? Your understanding is very, very limited. You don't understand the middle way. That's why these people are so stupid. They think they understand everything. They think, for example, I say, Master YongHua says so. Master YongHua says, I'll give you an example. Hey, spy, listen to me carefully. Now, Master YongHua says, you have to be filial to your parents. Yes? Sound familiar? Have to be filial. And therefore, filiality meaning you serve them. You give them food. You give them money. You give them a place to stay. And bring them to the doctors. That's filiality. That's one form of filiality. It's not all a form of filiality. So when someone says, so if my father is addicted to opium, what am I supposed to do? According to Master YongHua, give him opium. Yes? Because your parents are like live Buddhas. Sound familiar, Chinese people? You Chinese people learn that in Chinese. Master YongHua says, look at your parents as if they're living Buddhas. Korean have that too, or no? Vietnamese have it too, or no? That's filiality, by the way. The Buddha teaches you should look at your parents as if they're living Buddhas. Koreans don't have it clearly. We don't. Vietnamese, you have it or not? Vietnamese. Chinese, you have it. That's Chinese. I read it in Chinese. Okay? So, because they're living Buddha, so that's give him opium. Yes, back there.
Master, I have a problem is that my mom practiced filiality to my grandmother. She gave my grandmother money, but then every weekend my grandmother used that money to gamble, go to a casino, to spend it all in casino. Does this also consist as filiality?
That's filiality. You filial to casinos. No? Filiality have different levels. If you look at Master Hsuan Chinese teaching, whatever your parents want, you give it to them. That's one form of filiality. The other form is that, no, I'm not going to give it to you. It's also filiality, but it's not the same as the first form. Doesn't mean you're not filial. What's the point? If you're giving opium to them and they poison themselves, or you give them money and all they do is they make themselves more addicted to gambling. How does it help? Why is it helpful? Okay? So it depends on your level of wisdom. For some level of wisdom, okay, you don't know any better, so the Chinese taught their own kinds, so just give them whatever they want. That's filiality. Yes, that's a low level kind of filiality. There's a higher level which says, no, I'm not going to give it to you. Huh? I'm not. I don't care. Okay? So filiality has different kinds of levels. Just because you only heard one from Master Hsuan doesn't mean that's all there is to it, to filiality. It's more. You only hear one side of it. That's all you heard. And therefore, when you hear something different, you say, oh, I don't know, it's not, doesn't sound like what I heard. Because you have no wisdom whatsoever. Yes, one.
Master, are the levels of filiality depending on how stupid people are? Like the lower level means just be filial to your parents, and then that's the general kind of thing. And then if you have some kind of wisdom, then something else could apply to you.
Okay, I explained to you one level, different level of filiality. Let's say your mom screws up. And first level of filiality is, Mom, you okay, you perfect, you my idol, okay, I will help you keep on screwing up. Stealing, killing, I'll help you. That's filiality. Yes, it is. Next level says, no, I'm going to stop you. Yes? Mom, because it's wrong. I'm going to stop you from doing that. That's also filiality, because when she does stupid things, she hurts herself. You stop her, you're helping her. You stop her from hurting herself. That's filiality. Yes? What about third level I'm offering you? Mom, kill some more. Mom, steal some more. So that you can go to hell. And when you go to hell, what's going to happen? The people around you, your demons who are with you, will become afraid. And that way you filial not only to your mother, but also to the demons. Your filiality is so narrow. The Chinese only know the filial to the parents, but don't you know the demons there were also your parents? In a prior lifetime. So you hurt your mom in order to be filial to more people. That's filiality as well. You see? That's why you stupid people don't understand filiality at all. That's why Master YongHua only taught, them stupid people back there, the spies, say, oh, you only filial to your parents, do whatever your parent wants. Yeah, that's one level for stupid people. Yes, what do you have to say?
Master, I often heard mainly, especially the Chinese people, just say, the Earth Store Sutra is just a filial sutra. It's just about filial. Is that all it's about?
No, it's more. Okay, JC, quickly. I'm running out of time. I have places to go, people to meet. I'm sorry, you guys. I enjoy being here with you, but hey, I have better things to do. Yes. JC, quickly.
This is a question from Korean YouTube.
Yes.
네, 무견 스님 질문입니다. 선사님께서 한국 불교, 특히 가나선 수행을 어떻게 보시는지요? 혹시나 한국 선사 중에 가장 경계가 있다고 보시는 분이 계신가요? 있다면 어떤 점이 그런지, 없다면 어떤 점 때문에 그런지 알고 싶습니다.
상수님, we cannot hear you.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Master, I want to ask you about your opinion about Hwadut practice in Korean Buddhism. Especially, have you met anybody who got some level of attainment? If there is anybody, why do you think he has some attainment?
I don't know. You have to ask specific people. I cannot comment on general thing. Hwadou is a very individual practice. I don't recommend it. Yes, there's some people in Korea who are successful at it. It's 1 in a million. Maybe 1 in 2 millions. That's how rare it is. You want to try it, you're welcome to try it, and you will fail. The statistics are against you. Okay, next question. Quickly. Yeah.
Master, this is about doubting. So what about doubting relics? So when people see the relics, sometimes they seem to have the doubts about the relics. So is it real, or is it real from the Shakyamuni Buddha, like this? So is it same as the doubting Dharma?
And that's normal. That's normal to doubt something that you don't understand. That's perfectly okay. If they have blessings, they will be able, for example, to see that the relics, if they're real, have a certain kind of energy. It's very calming, very strong. Okay? It will make you feel peaceful, make you feel energized. And some people, for example, who even have more blessings, they will see light from the relics. Okay? Actually, some people are told that they see light from very far away, and they kept on going and going, and then they came to our temple because of the light. The relics drew them. They can see the light. So you see, a lot of people have the blessings. That's why they don't have doubts. If you don't have the blessings, it's normal to have doubts. That's okay. It's perfectly, that's normal. That's part of the process. Okay? All right. Anyone else? Anything else? Okay, we stop here tonight. Thank you very much.